Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl, Kris and Chris.
And your girl, Lexx.
And we're back with another Figuring It Out podcast. And today, we will be talking about figuring it out BYOB. And if you're wondering what the hell BYOB is, no, it's not bring your own bottle. It's be your own boss. Period!
That was a good one. I like that little segue in.
Thanks.
That was a good one. So what do you think being your own boss entitles? Like when you think of boss, what do you think? What do you think of when you hear that?
I think mainly like having a boss mentality. I feel like that's like number one. Like that mentality. You need to be in the right mindset in order to be a boss. You need to like know what it takes. Like, you know what I mean? And I think Lexx was talking about that before we even started. Like how she kind of built her own boss mentality within the last couple months.
Absolutely. Because I feel like to be the boss, you have to feel like you're the boss. And before I had Blake and I was doing, boss shit, I didn't have the mentality. Like, it was more so, okay, I'm making baskets, I'm doing this, I'll give a free basket here, I'll do this. But I didn't have the whole mentality persona. Like, this is my business, this is my brand, this is what I was going to be. And, it gradually took me to come to the point where I am. I'm still not where I want to be, but it took me a while to get to this point.
Right.
And I feel like as to be a boss, you have to say you're the boss. You have to look in the mirror and be like, I'm the shit, because I am. And I feel like a lot of the times what holds people back is they're too afraid to put themselves out there.
Be assertive.
As one of the ladies said, one of the ladies told me out of Tink's Golden Group, she said, I'm the muscle of the group. And just muscle, period. I feel like that's what I am. If I want something, I'm going to get it done. And before, I wasn't like that. I wasn't as assertive. I was more so,
laid back.
If we can't do Tuesday. Okay, whatever day you want to do. No, I said Tuesday. I said period. Tuesday, 2:00. If you can't do that, then deal's off. Like, I'm not playing this game. I'm not going back and forth. You have to have that assertiveness, that bossness. You have to have it all. Take it away, Chris.
I definitely agree. I feel like it's really just your mental, where your mind is at. And I think that ties into like being a go-getter, making sacrifices, not being lazy, having confidence. Like, I feel like confidence is number one, because like you need to be confident when you're meeting with people, when you're networking, because like I always say, people will only take you as serious as
you take yourself.
Period. Like, you need to take yourself serious. You need to have confidence. So, like, whether that's looking good, like, feeling good. Like, I feel like I'm a firm believer that, like, when you look good, you feel good. So, if you need to put on a full face of makeup and dress down and lay your hair to the gods in order to feel confident, even, like, feeling confident in your work, feeling confident when you're talking to people, then that's what you just have to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, me sometimes, like, I'll go a week without doing my hair and makeup because, obviously I work from home. So I'll just, like, have a scarf on. And then it'll come to a time where I'm looking in the mirror like, bitch, you look crazy. I'm starting to feel raggedy. I need to spruce myself up in order to spark that confidence. And what a lot of people don't understand is it might not be there all the time. Like, not everybody's confident 24/7. And that's something that you have to be comfortable with. You have to understand that, okay, today's not my day. Today's not a day where I'm feeling 100%. And you have to just take it with what it comes with. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Because, sometimes you don't feel comfortable with a full face of makeup. Because sometimes I don't feel comfortable with putting makeup on. Sometimes I feel confident when I just have my fro out and I have no makeup and, I have sweatpants on. Sometimes that's where I feel comfortable. It's all about how you feel at the moment. And how you take yourself. Like you said, you're only as serious as you take yourself. If you feel serious with your fro out, or if you feel serious with your laid hair, it all depends on how you feel.
And then another thing is, when I say people only take you as serious as you take yourself, I just mean, like, let's say if I was opening up a lemonade stand, right? And I just have a cardboard box and, like, I'm just sitting around waiting for somebody to come. Nobody's gonna buy lemonade from me, like, unless they're, like, dire thirsty. But, like, the way you're gonna get people to buy your lemonade is if you spruced your fucking box the fuck up. You were creative. You have something that all the other lemonade stands don't have.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you're outside like, hey, you know, I got lemonade over here, da-da-da. And you're taking yourself serious, and you're not just sitting there waiting for people to come to you. You're being a go-getter. You're going out there and getting what you want.
Absolutely.
And being assertive and having that boss mentality.
Absolutely.
People have no choice
but
to take you serious.
And, you know, I feel like being your own boss, it's all about sacrifices as well. Because like you said with the lemonade stand, you see someone, hey, you want a sample of my lemonade? A little cup? Oh, this is good. Okay, $2. You want a cup? And I feel like people are afraid to do that now. They think everything is supposed to be handed to them. They think, you know, like, case in point with baskets. When I first started doing baskets, I just gave baskets to random people. Like, you know, it was my boss's anniversary. I made her anniversary basket, and I said, you know, I want as much feedback as you can. And she gave me as much feedback as she had. So now I know for next time, do this, do that. Gave someone else a free basket. Then, you know, started to perfect myself, get a little better. Then now I'm going to start charging you guys for baskets, because now I halfway know what I'm doing. Right. And it's all about the sacrifices. A lot of times people be like, well, you know, I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna give that anything out for free, and that's how they don't get anywhere. It's not just giving something away for free. You're gonna get something in return eventually,
and it's
a sacrifice. You have to be patient. You know, it's coming. You just have to wait on it, and that's what people don't want to do. They just think it's instantly gonna come. You have to fall, get up, do it again. You know, if this doesn't work, now I'm gonna do this. And a lot of times, I think it's just, you know, our generation too. We're lazy. We don't want to. We don't want to do stuff like that. We just expect.
We want the easy route.
We want it easy. We want instant. You know, satisfying. We just want something fast, and it's just not going to happen.
And that takes me to persistence, patience, and prayer. Like, you have to be persistent. Just because one route didn't work, don't mean that, oh yeah, I'm just going to give up.
Absolutely.
Or just because somebody gave you an idea or they suggested something to you, and you're thinking like, I don't think that's going to work. Well, you don't know if it's going to work or not until you have tried. Like, you know what I mean? And another thing is patience. Like, shit don't happen overnight.
Nope.
It really doesn't.
Nope.
Like, when I first started doing hair, I was not getting no clients. I was not getting no orders. I was not getting anything. No engagement on my Instagram. I had to keep going. You think I just going to post one post? Hey, I'm do hair, blah, blah, blah. Oh, nobody responded, so I'm just not gonna do it no more. No, and I don't give a fuck if you see me on your timeline every day
and you're annoyed.
And I don't care if I have 50,000 other fucking businesses. Yeah, I got another business and another one because you know why? I'm persistent. And the one business that pops for me, or the one thing that I find that, okay, this is what I'm really passionate about and this is what I really want to do, and I become successful in it, you're going to be mad because you were the hater to be like, oh yeah, she got this going on, she got that going on, oh, she's always on my timeline, she don't get no likes on her Instagram picture.
Yeah, it's not about that.
It's not about that.
And our cousin made a good point, is a star. Exactly. I think people nowadays judge their success by seeing other people's success. And I think that's what we do all the time. We're doing the same thing. You know, you're posting, you know, you're getting clients, but then you see, well, this person is booked up. She showed her appointments. She can't even fit any more people. And it's like, oh, well, I'm not there.
Exactly.
It's like, don't worry about what the next person's doing, because, you know, whoever someone else fucks doesn't make me come. So come on, we just need to keep that mindset. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Focus on yourself. And you know, it's hard because I know we fall into that too, even with ourselves. You know, we look at someone else like, well, you know, we're not there yet, but we don't even know their story. They could be faking it. They could have made all that shit up.
Thanks.
So it's like, you know,
not only that, but of course they're not going to show the struggle when they were trying to get people, or like trying to get appointments, or when they was trying to get people to take them serious.
Absolutely.
Or when they was getting 0 likes. You're not going to see that.
Yeah.
You're only going to see the success because that's the only thing that they're going to post. And that's just period. And another thing I feel like when I started posting about my hair business on my YouTube, I started doing like entrepreneur vlogs and stuff like that. And I would get a lot of comments and a lot of people DMing me and emailing me asking me like, oh, well, how did you do this? And how did you do that? And how did you find your vendor? And how did you... And I'm like, hold on. You want me to give you the whole entire blueprint?
Yeah.
You don't deserve it, because if you're not taking yourself serious enough where you can't go on Google.com and find out how to do it yourself, then you don't deserve for me to give you a whole blueprint. Like, you're not taking yourself serious, because a lot of things that people ask, or people be like, the reasons that they don't start their business, or reasons that they're not prospering, is some stuff that you can simply just Google on YouTube. I mean, go on Google, find it on YouTube.
Yep.
make do with what you have. People be like, oh, I don't have the equipment. Oh, I don't have this. I didn't get to take a class.
No,
blah, blah,
they
blah,
don't
blah.
have the ambition.
Exactly.
They don't really want it because, like we said, they just think it's just gonna happen instantly, and it's not. It's not. You know what? You know the type of people that I hate too? The beggars. The ones that are on Instagram, like, like I get, like and comment, but they keep posting, they DM you, oh, like my picture, oh, do that. No, it'll come. I promise you it'll come. Don't beg me to support you.
Right.
It's gonna happen. Eventually, I'm gonna need to do something with this bush. So I'm gonna ask you to do my hair. And I see that you're persistent. I see that you're posting the same thing. So I'll go to Kris. But don't DM me saying, oh, support me. Dude, no, it's gonna come. It's definitely gonna come. Our cousin said is a star. And also some people get discouraged because they feel like their ideas are already out there. For example, I wanted to start makeup tutorials years ago, but I felt like everyone else is doing that. Absolutely.
But I heard this from, I forget, I think it was like a motivational video on YouTube. And somebody was like, the moment you feel like, oh, everybody else is doing something, just go down the bread aisle and Stop and Shop. Yep. Look at how many other brands there is. You don't just get Wonder Bread.
Yep.
You try different breads.
Absolutely.
And not everybody likes Wonder Bread. Not everybody likes wheat bread. Not everybody likes this, that, and that, and that. Because when people, like, for example, when she says doing makeup tutorials, people want to see somebody that looks like Star. People want to see somebody that looks like Kris. People want to see that somebody looks like Lex.
Yep.
People want to see, they might like Lex, but Lex don't really have their skin type. So they want to watch me because I got oily skin. Lex got dry skin.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? People might think that my dumbass jokes is funny.
Yeah.
So they watch me just because I'm funny.
Yep.
Like, everybody has something different to the table, and that's something that you have to realize. And that's another thing, like confidence. You have to understand when you reach that level of confidence, then you start to understand that there's nobody in the world like me.
Absolutely.
So she might be doing the same thing and might look a little bit like me or do her thing just kind of similar like me, but at the end of the day, she's not me. And somebody's going to like me over her and prefer me over her and support me over her because that's just how life works. Like, it's so many other things out there.
And I think, like we keep saying, you just have to have that confidence because I look on YouTube and I look this and I look that. I'm like, nobody does this shit like me. Like, nobody. And, they do stuff that, it might look neater, it might look this, but it's like the vision that I have, it's not like me. Right. Mine is way better than theirs. And you have to have that mentality. You have to believe that you are the best at what you do because if you don't take yourself serious, no one else is going to take you serious.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Like Kristen has taught me, speak things into existence. That's why I try to keep myself as positive as I can be. Of course, situations happen. You might get down in the dumps, but you just have to keep you just have to keep uplifting yourself. Keep telling yourself, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And eventually it will happen. It might not happen today, tomorrow, maybe next year, but it will happen. You have to be patient and you have to just, like I said, keep trying, keep falling, getting yourself back up. You have to do it. It's trial and error.
Exactly. And it's just about manifesting. Like, the more you talk about it, the more you will bring it to you. Like, it might get annoying. Like, I might talk to Alexis about the same shit all the time, but at the end of the day, I know it's going to happen because of how much I talk about it, how much I think about it, how much I feel how I'm going to feel when it happens. Yep. So that's what really manifests things.
Absolutely.
We might do a whole episode on manifestations and law of attraction, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I think it definitely comes when you put it into perspective.
Yeah. And also I feel like you need to really know how to balance because when you talk about like being patient and making sacrifices, a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to quit my job and I'm going to do it. And then when it fails, they just be like, whatever. Yeah. Like, you need to realize that you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to go and make these big changes in order to pursue your dreams, in order to be your own boss or create your own business. Like, there's people out there who have kids and have 2 jobs and still come home at night and still make time to pursue what they really want to do in life. Absolutely. And there's no excuse like, oh, I don't have enough time. You do have time because the time that you're scrolling on Instagram, and I'm not talking about posting and promoting your business. Just I'm talking about at other people. On the Shade Room, comparing yourself to other people, on YouTube, watching just entertainment videos. I'm talking about playing games on your phone. I'm talking about talking on the phone with your friends when it's not even anything positive. You're talking about what the next person and their friends friends doing.
Just gossip.
All that time that you spent doing dumb stuff that gives you nothing. You could have been working on what you really want to work on.
Absolutely.
And people just be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. Make what you got to do what you got to do.
You have time what you want to have time for.
Exactly.
If you want to have time to create, you have time to create. Like, you have to put that time aside. And my problem with balancing is I don't know how to say no. I stretch myself way, 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 way too thin because I think, okay, I got to do the podcast, but then I got to do this, but then I got to pick up the kids, then I got to do this. And then I think, and it's like, when did I have time to do anything for myself? When did I have time to sit there and curate? When did I put aside, just 5 minutes of just quiet time? And then that's what you have to, I think being a boss is, like we keep saying, sacrifices. You have to put yourself first. You have to, it's all about priorities. What exactly do you want to do? You want to create your own business? How are you going to get there? You need to list it out. This is what you have to do. You have to cut this person off. You have to prioritize. Only going to spend this amount of time doing this. It's just all about being balancing and organizing and, getting into that mindset most importantly. Because I think before, I would kind of organize what I would do, but it wouldn't be right. Like I would, I'm going to do baskets a little bit here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. But it's just all excuses. You could do it. I could definitely do it if I just really sit down and do it. And I cut everybody off. No, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And people didn't take me serious because they know I wasn't going to do it.
Exactly. People don't take you serious because you be like, oh, hey, Lex, I really need you to do this. Mm-hmm. And you be like, okay, well, I can put my baskets aside for a little bit because this person needs it.
Absolutely.
But if you start telling them, hey, no, I really have to work on my baskets, da-da-da-da-da, can you ask somebody else to do it? Then they know next time, well, maybe I'm not going to go to Alexis. Maybe I'm going to try and do something else before I use her as a last resort. Like, I'll use Alexis as a last resort because I know that she's busy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But
they're going to take your business and you serious.
But at the same time, you know what I feel, not even with friends, family, anybody, when you try to start putting yourself first, then now all of a sudden you're being a bitch. It's like, she doesn't care about me. Before it would be all about me, or before she would have more time, and now she just wants to sit and do baskets, or she just wants to sit and play with diapers all day. It's like someone just said, people don't think that because they're selfish. They do. Like, a lot of times when you make decisions, a lot of people disagree with your decisions because they're thinking about what you can't do for them. Okay, case in point, I'm moving away to make a better life for myself and my family and my business. And I've been getting a lot of, but now you can't help me with this, now you can't help me with that. And I really sat and I said, what exactly, why, give me a good reason to stay here.
Right.
For me. And no one has it. Everybody just thinks about what they can take from you. That's why when you do stuff, you need to have the mentality of, this is what I'm going to do for myself. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else says. And that's what you need to do.
Yeah. Because people really be like a big factor in why you're being held back from what you really want to do.
Absolutely.
But the number one thing is yourself, because you only allow... Like, people only do what you allow.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, people only take you as serious as you take yourself. So if they see you going hard and doing what you got to do and not bullshitting and telling people no, then they're going to know. Like, you got to put people in their place. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm focusing on. So if you're not contributing, or if you trying to take me away from what I'm really trying to do, then I'm not going to be able to spend as much time with you, and that's just reality. You'll appreciate it one day.
If you're not on the same type of time I'm on.
Exactly.
Like, we need to be completely on the same page. Like, I can make time for certain things, but I don't have time for all the nonsense. Like, I don't. Like, I have this, and this, and this to do. And people don't like that. Especially when, like I said, it took me a while to get here. So...
Our old studio manager, Eric, is now writing in the live. And, I'm not appreciating his comments.
Where are you moving to? I'm moving to Antarctica, if anybody wants to know. But yeah, what was anything else that we missed?
I just wanted to speak more on sacrifices, because I feel like people, like, here's just one thing. Right now I have my mic in this little makeshift tripod because my tripod broke, and before we started recording, I'm like, so how am I going to get my mic to stand on this tripod so that we can record? I literally went to my hair section of my house, and I got 3 hair ties, and I literally tied them around, but some other people who won't make sacrifices would be like, well, my mic broke, so I can't record today.
Yep.
I literally had to make this out of nothing. This looks so stupid. I wish you guys could see, for those of you who are listening on the podcast, could see how stupid this freaking mic looks. The way I freaking put ponytail holders all around it. Like, that's the stuff that I'm trying to talk. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, you have to, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this equipment. Oh, I want to start YouTube, but I don't have a camera. Use your cell phone. You know how amazing quality our iPhones are now?
Yep.
Like, they're getting better and better to the point where we don't even need these expensive DSLRs. But of course, one day when you have enough money, you can go ahead and invest in that. Mm-hmm. But start with your iPhone. People be like, oh, I don't have good lighting. Use a window.
People are lazy.
People are really lazy. People, they want the blueprint. And it's like, that's not reality. Do you think Steve Jobs had a blueprint? Like, okay, well, first you're going to create your Amazon domain name for Amazon.com. And then you're going to start reaching out to these brands to get them on your website. And then you're going to, no. He had to come up with it on his own. Mm-hmm. He had to do research. He had to sit there and really use his creativity. And why do you think you're going to be as successful as Steve Jobs or as all these other people when all you doing is DMing me, asking me how to do things? Yep. Or DMing somebody, your favorite YouTuber, DMing your favorite entrepreneur, DMing this girl who sells hair and who is obviously making money, and you like, hey, what's your vendor? Are you selling your vendor? You're really gonna spend money on a vendor, buy a vendor, and you don't even know if that's the hair that girl uses.
Mm-hmm. People are
somebody selling jewelry. Oh, hey, where did you get your jewelry from? Somebody really asked Alexis, where do you get the stuff that you put in your baskets?
Yep. Where?
She said, where do you get the stuff that you put in your baskets?
Yep.
You know, why the hell would she tell you where she get her stuff that she put in her basket?
And, it's just insulting.
It's very insulting.
It's just very insulting because, I took time to find these high-quality products. It does not matter where I got them from. I could have got them off the side of the road. But I know if I'm selling it to you, it's high quality. You don't need to ask me certain questions. And people, like we keep saying, people are lazy. People use any little thing to stop them to do certain stuff. And
that's just an excuse.
You know what it also comes down to is people want sympathy. People want you to be like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you want to do YouTube, but you don't have a camera?
Oh my gosh.
Let me help you out.
Yeah, let me do this. People really want that story. People really want to make themselves, I don't want to say make themselves seem like they're in a worse position than they really are, but that's basically what it is. They really want that sad story. Like, I can give you a dozen stories from last January to now to make myself, I'm telling you, I can put you guys into tears. But why would I do that? I want you guys to see the strong, assertive boss. I don't want you guys to see, oh, that happened to you. Oh, let me buy a basket. Let me, you need help. Let me do this. No.
Because at the end of the day, people aren't going to be feeling bad for you to the end of the world.
No, they're not. And at the same time, I can tell you, this happened to me. The next person can say, so why didn't you do this? If that happened to you, why didn't you do that? Not everybody is going to feel sorry for you. And that's what I think a lot of bosses need to realize. Like, stop telling the story. Just give me the product. Just tell me what you're trying to do.
Because if you really put the time and the effort and the sacrifices in, your product or your service or whatever you're trying to do should speak for itself. You shouldn't even have no sob story. It shouldn't be, hey, I'm really trying to do this, and that. Oh, my GoFundMe, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
No, your product or whatever you're working on needs to speak for itself because you took your time out and you sacrificed and you had patience and you were persistent to the point where now you have this amazing brand that people can't even, I have no excuse but to support it because I want that necklace. I want that piece of clothing. I want, to listen to your music. I want to watch your videos. I want to buy your basket because that shit looks fucking good. And I want to be a part of it. I want to read your book because, you know what I'm saying? You're the type of person that I want to support. And that's just off the strength of being a boss. Having that boss mentality.
And people think that their story is like the worst thing ever. No, I can give you some stories way worse than yours. And that's the thing too. People just think that it's just boo-hoo, sad story.
Yeah. A lot of people think that their problems are worse than others, but at the end of the day, everybody's problems are just as bad because what's bad to you is not going to equal out to what's bad to me. Like, you know what I mean?
And a lot of the times, people already went through the same thing you went through. Like, this happened to you. Well, this happened to me too. So what do you like? And then when you say that, people are just like, oh, well, with mine, it was way worse. And da-da-da. Why was it way worse for you if I went through the exact same thing? Why is yours worse than mine? It's just, people need to get it together.
People need to get it together if you really want to be YOB. Be your own boss. It really is. And then a lot of people, I feel bad because you want to be your own boss and you're talking about, oh, I don't want to work for the man. I don't want to get a job, blah, blah, blah. I want to do my own thing. Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't have enough persistence and enough strength to really get your business out there and to really do what you got to do to make your business pop, then you're not going to have enough strength, persistence, and you're not going to be able to uphold that business. Like, being your own boss is not all fun and games. Oh, yeah, I wake up at 12 and then I'll just go get me some breakfast and I'll just do a little bit of work and then, oh, you guys going out to lunch? Oh, let me come because I'm just my own entrepreneur. No, because at the end of the day, when people go to work, no matter what they do, I could sit at my desk all day at work like this.
You're still at work.
But I'm still getting that check. Yep. When you're an entrepreneur, if you sit out here like this, you broke.
You still ain't got no money.
You have no money. So people think that being your own boss is so fun. No, it's harder than working at a job because at the end of the day, nobody's pushing you. It all falls on you. Yep. You can't be like, oh, well, it wasn't my fault. It was Sarah. Yeah. No, you are Sarah. Yeah. You're Sarah, Bobby, the supervisor, the manager, the contractor. You're Tony. You're Eric. You're everybody. So you have nobody to blame. Like, it all falls on you, and you're the only person pushing you. So if you can't like make sacrifices and get yourself out of the position that you're in now, you're not going to be able to have your own business. And that you might as well just forget about all of that because it's just not, that's not how it works.
Or if you need too many outside opinions. I feel like a lot of times, and I did that when I started, do you like this basket? No, I think you should do this. And then I would start like almost like redesigning how, like, you have a vision of something, right, and someone tells you, no, I think you should turn it this way. Then you turn it this way. Then oh wait, no, if you put this in, then you start doing it. And then you start thinking, I'm doing exactly what they want. What do I want? This isn't the vision that I had. And when you have too many outside opinions on your business, you're not going to be your own boss because now it's just you listening to everybody else, right, and you doing what everybody else wants when you really need to. If this is what you want, this is what you want. It could be the dumbest idea to everybody else in the world. I'm sure Amazon was a dumb idea to all of Jeff's friends. He's probably like, what the fuck? Like, this is what you really want to do? This is what you're going to sit at home and do all day? Think of this? Kate Spade, everybody. I'm sure all of their stuff to everybody else was like, this is ridiculous. Right. But they continued and they were persistent and they were able to make their vision the way they wanted to.
And I always say that same thing about like people who are influencers, like people who post on YouTube or post on Instagram. Like, yeah, the first couple videos or the first couple pictures that you post, people will be like, what is she doing? Like, why is she doing that? Yeah. Like, she looks stupid. But then when she started hitting 1 million followers and 1 million subscribers, then you all down their throat like, oh yeah,
absolutely.
Throwback Thursday.
Commenting on their pictures. Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Exactly. Like, don't be that person. Don't be that person. Yeah. Because you can't make fun of somebody because they'll be the next big thing and you'll just be sitting there looking dumb.
Absolutely. One thing I try to do with my followers as well is, like, I'm on social media a lot. Like, I'm scrolling, I'm looking, but I'm not the type to, if I see 20 other people commenting, I'm not the type to comment as well. Like, I'm just not going to comment. I'll DM you. Hey, I love this post. Blah, 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 blah.
I hate people like you.
Really?
Yes. No, show me your support in public.
I mean, I'll like the picture, but I'm not going to say everything I want to say in a DM. I mean, right underneath the post. Okay. Like, underneath the post, I'll be like, awesome, or, maybe a little emoji. But in my DM, that's when I'll say, I really love the way you did this, that, and the third. I'm not going to just say, give you emoji and not give you opinion. I don't want to say not give you an opinion, too, but that's what I do. Like, or I'll say, if someone is doing, like this one girl, like, I was like, you really need a YouTube page because I'm always on your Instagram looking at what you're doing because she travels and she does this and she does that. I like giving people ideas. If you take it, you take it. If not, throw it out. But I'm still going to say it.
Okay.
I think we actually went through our list today.
Yeah. We always write down points.